Good morning, students. I am Srikant sir. Today we are going to learn chapter number 2, Sources of History. A number of objects used by our ancestors still exist. Now, students, try this. Make a list of things in your house which belongs to your grandparents' time. Collect information about an old structure in your locality. Some inscriptions from the past have been recovered. Sources like these help us to understand our history. History can also be learned through customs and traditions, folk arts, folk literature, as well as historical documents. Now, students, we'll see sources of history. There are three types of sources. First is material sources, second is written sources, and third is oral sources. Now we'll see material sources. Man uses a variety of things in his day-to-day life. They are known as artifacts. Now see, students, artifacts used by humans in the past provide us valuable information about life in the ancient times. We can decide the period of ancient artifacts like earthen pots by studying the shape, color, and design on the ancient potsherds. The ornaments and other artifacts throw light on social interaction. Now, students, we will get information about the diet of the people from the remains of seeds, food grains, and bones of animals found in excavation. And also, we find the remains of houses and buildings built in different historical periods. We also find ancient coins and seals. Now, after material sources, we'll see written sources. The Stone Age people have recorded many events and expressed their emotions in painting on rocks. It was only after thousands of years that man learned the art of writing. In the beginning, humans used symbols and signs to record their thoughts and ideas. However, it took thousands of years for a script to develop from this. In the beginning, man wrote on potsherds, unbaked bricks, using pointed object. He also used birch, bruja, tree bark to write on. As his experience and knowledge increased, he began to write in different ways. He began to record events that took place around him. Accounts of proceeding of royal courts were also written systematically. Many rulers had their orders, judicial decisions, donations, etc. inscribed on stone or copper plates. Over a period of time, many forms of literature developed. They included books on religious and social subjects, plays, poetry, travelogue, and scientific work. All this literature helps us to understand the history of various historical periods. These sources are known as the written sources of history. Now we'll see oral sources. In oral sources, Ovis, folk songs, folk tales, and similar literature is passed on from generation to generation by word of mouth. This literature is not in written form. Its authors are unknown. This type of a literature preserved by oral tradition form the oral sources of history. The ancient period of Indian history extend from the Stone Age to the 8th century CE. Here, CE means Common Era. We learn about Stone Age period of Indian history through archaeological excavations. Since scripts had not developed at that time, no written sources are available. However, information about the ancient period from 1500 BCE, BCE means before Common Era, onwards can be derived from Vedic literature. In the beginning, the Vedas were not in the written form. The ancient Indians had developed the technique of memorizing and reciting them. The Vedas were written down later on. The Vedas and the post-Vedic literature form an important source of ancient Indian history. It includes the Brahmanas, the Upanishads, the epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, the Jain and Buddhist literature, plays, poems, stone and pillar inscriptions, travelogues of foreign travelers, etc. Precautions to be taken while writing history. It is necessary to take precaution while using this source to write history. A written document cannot be said to be authentic just because it is old. It needs to be examined critically as to who wrote it, why and when it was written. The conclusion drawn on the basis of various genuine documents have to be cross-checked and corroborated with one another. Such a critical analysis is very important in the writing of history. Thank you, students.